confirmation of the promoted and relegated teams as we start Season 4. Our second season in the Premier League. So here's our meeting with Bossman, and we're talking about season's objectives. And he's talking about 6th position or higher. Now, he said this in our first season in the Premier League, which was last season. And I thought he'd had something in his coffee or whatever he's drinking. But I agree with him. After last season, I think that we are looking at 6 or higher. I agree. I'm going to need to dip into the transfer market. Absolutely. But, yeah, 6 or higher. I'm on board with this. Everybody's in agreement. Let's get it on, boys. Right then, we've got some news, and there's new youth players. I've got all that to sort out. And I've also been looking at bids for players in positions that I want to fill. The player that I've really been wanting is this one, Jay Alvarez. He's a support striker, and I tried to get my scouts to have a look at him all last season, and for some reason my scouts would not work. I tried turning them off, I tried turning them on, but I've also identified areas that I think need improving, because I think some players have hit their ceiling, like Laursen's hit his ceiling, I believe, and Teze and Escobar as well, so I'm looking at replacements for those. Other bits of news as well. So here's the players that I've got bids down for. So we've got a left back called Oosterwolde, I believe. I do have him in my other team, and he's featured in a few of the videos that I've put up with all the goals compilations in. I like him. I really like him, and he's very young. He's 22 years old, so he's got a lot of development potential. And so if I've got Kekul at the club, and I can get this lad, then Escobar can go. And I've got 2 very good left backs then who can develop. This lad, I've never had him before in PES. I've had him on my list before. There's a left back called Malakia that I really like, and him and Malakia I targeted left back and right back to have. Obviously I don't have Malakia at the club, but him I want range. David Ashley I've got in my other team, so I know about him. And he's a very good right winger, and he's in my little list of players I earmarked anyway for right wide forward position. He has player skills. He's another young player, got good development potential, and I really like him. So Alvarez, this is the guy that I really, really want, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford him. He's got a good skills. His stats are excellent. He's 23 years old. He can play both flanks as well. He can play one of the flanks as well. But this is Yuri Alberto. I've got Yuri Alberto in PES 2020, and he's a striker. And yeah, I'm interested. So there's a group of players that I'm interested in. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm going to have to sell a few players as well, offload a few. And wages are going to be a problem, because I found wages to be a problem in negotiating with players that I wanted to keep. So yeah, finances in PES aren't great. Hopefully I get to a stage where I'll be able to sign a few youth players and sell them and stuff. Balance the books. So we agreed to fee for Oosterwolde, the left back. I'm probably absolutely messing his name up, but here he is. So this means that Escobar can go, and Escobar's been a really good servant. I really like him as an initial signing for a left back. He's got a lot of really good qualities, but unfortunately for him, he's hit his ceiling now. So, well, I feel he's hit his ceiling. So Oosterwolde will take us to the next level along with Kekul, and both players have got very, very good attributes, and I like them both. So Range has also joined up with the club, the young right back. We've put in more bids. Wage and bonus structures I use, again, because the scout couldn't find them, because I couldn't get the scout working. I've also got a bid down for a player called N. Raskin, who's a central midfielder. So I'll see about all of these for the prices and what we can do. But if David Ashley does come to the club, it means that Lawson can go. So we're going to accept this deal, and that opens the door for Lawson to leave. We're also agreeing the deal for Raskin, the central midfielder. Because I think that he's a very, very good young prospect who's going to develop really, really well. So he's going to be a good acquisition in the middle of the park for my team. It says that he'd like to grow taller. He needs some baby bio. He's excited to join us, and I'm sure that once he settles in, and he's going to be a good player for us. So confirmation in the messages, and we have a bid for Larson. What I didn't like about this one is Larson has an OPR now of about 77, right? But if you look at his market value, it's only like 500,000. I don't think that's right, and I think that his market value should be up there. He's got a season of Premier League experience under his belt, and I don't understand why I couldn't get, a few million for him. I don't get that. So how do I feel going into the first game? I could use a nice cold pint of Theakston's Old Peculiar. Anyway, that's it for this one, so I'll see you in the next one. Take care.